Hi, welcome to our briefing room. This is where we share information, and today we're going over adaptive learning using interactive visualizations. During our briefing, we'll use the walls of the room and visit other rooms, even go outside into the habitat to present information. That's me, Ann Wellhouse. I'll be doing the briefing today. The examples we'll be using in today's briefing come from an adaptive learning module that I developed this summer as an independent study in the Educational Technology Department at San Diego State University. The module was created in the Smart Sparrow platform, which encourages instructors to participate fully in design and development. Adaptive learning uses lots of guiding questions. Many people are familiar with adaptive testing, such as GRE, but the questions in adaptive learning modules are designed to guide the student through the learning process and provide student data that will guide the instructor. Let's begin by jumping right into an adaptive learning experience. This particular question comes after the student has been introduced to the idea of carbon flowing through the Earth system. The students are in the middle of a scenario where they have to manage an oil spill. Whatever answer the student chooses, the program will provide them with the most appropriate learning experience to do next. The program can do that because the instructor-designer has written rules into the code. When certain conditions are met by the student, the program suggests a certain action. Those are called condition action rules, or Boolean condition action rules. Most people are more familiar with calling them if-then statements. For instance, a condition might be if the student does not take the tutorial and answers the question incorrectly, the action then would be they must take the tutorial and retest. Adaptive learning provides the learner with immediate feedback. The feedback can be just encouragement, such as acknowledging that the student has made the correct choice. But more often, the feedback is designed to improve the student's understanding or guide the student in an effective learning direction. The answer choices are used to guide the student's learning also. The designer uses misconceptions the students might harbor, as well as data on gaps in a student's understanding and skills that the program has identified as they design the questions and alternative answers. This is one component that makes adaptive e-learning a powerful individualization tool to improve the learning outcomes of low-performing students. We saw the feedback for a correct answer. Let's look at another example to illustrate what happens when the student chooses an incorrect answer. By this time in the module, the student has learned a little about the chemistry of oil, but this is their first exposure to natural gas. This question highlights a specific misconception. Many English learners use the word carbon when referring to charcoal, so the students think carbon is black in color. We'll choose the incorrect answer. The incorrect answer takes us to some remediation that includes a very simple interactive visualization. This interactive visualization is designed to overcome that specific misconception regarding the color of carbon by showing the student a variety of carbon compounds. These students take this course before they have taken chemistry or biology, and this will be an important concept to master before they do. After they meet the condition of opening all of the images, the action that is recommended is that they click Try Again to go to the original question. So far, we've looked at multiple choice and true-false type of questions, but the adaptive learning designer's bag of tricks is not limited to those. The Smart Sparrow program allows the instructor to use student-supplied answers and even to bring back those answers to use later. Let's look at an example because this is a very important tool in adaptive e-learning. Brain research has shown that a period of trying out new knowledge, making mistakes, modifying, making fewer mistakes, and modifying again can improve long-term content retention. In this example, the student has collected some information and is asked to type in an original hypothesis. Later, their hypothesis is returned to them for modification using new information that they've collected. The program allows the instructor to read the student's work as they progress. This activity provides important feedback for the instructor. It records how well the student is tying several concepts together and transferring their knowledge to new situations. The last component we'll look at today is student choice. Some researchers have found that providing students some choices within an adaptive learning module encourages the student to complete the learning. This is very important for low-performing students who might have low motivation. The choices might be in presentation style or the sequence of content presentation. This example allows the student a choice in presentation style for some remediation work when they chose an alternate answer rather than the correct answer. It's time to wrap up this briefing. We've actually just scratched the surface because adaptive e-learning with interactive visualizations is an area of education that is growing fast. We've learned that an adaptive learning designer uses guiding questions that are developed using condition-action rules that form the core of an adaptive learning platform. Adaptive e-learning has the potential of solving some of the most intractable challenges that education faces, while helping to solve the puzzle of how best to use technology in education. It can involve both the student and the instructor to find a way to meet the needs of all learners while engaging students in 21st century learning experiences. Thank you.